Stuart, thanks for having me along to your lovely studio.
Thank you for
very
coming.
Nice premises. Ahead of something rather exciting, your own festival, Big City Festival. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, it's something we've been thinking about doing for a while. We'd been involved in organising a few festivals years ago, the Altamores Parties Festival. We wanted to do one in our hometown, so yeah, we'd been planning it for a while, so we're excited about it happening.
Why did you choose there, and tell us a bit about what people can expect?
I went to see Primal Scream a couple of summers ago in the same spot in Queen's Park, and it was really easy to get to. Because it was in a tent, they could be as loud as they wanted, which is quite important for us because our music works better if it's loud. We work with the same people that organised that gig, so when we approached them about doing this, they were really, really into making it happen.
For someone who's coming along to this festival, what are they going to get from it?
Hopefully see some great performances, see some musicians that they might not know, but also some really, really, really great bands and artists. And yeah, I think it's just going to be a nice day for music fans.
It's a really nice thing to have these kind of festivals in the city. Having something like that on your doorstep is pretty special, isn't it?
There's a lot to be said for going back to your own bed. Yeah, I think it's quite nice for people to be able to get up, go along for as long as they want, have a good time, and then do whatever they want with the rest of the night.
The days of camping are over for us, Stuart, I feel.
Definitely are for me.
Was it 1995 you started out?
Yeah.
Tell me about how you came together.
We were just teenagers back then, so we just decided to start a band. Really, it's not that crazy a story, but yeah, we decided to start a band and then never stop. Our first few gigs were at 13th Note, back when Alex, who's now sings in Franz Ferdinand, he was the booker, so he kind of gave us our first 3 gigs.
Did you think when you were in those early years that all these years on you would still be able to make your living and make your career out of music?
We wouldn't have even thought about it, to be honest. We were just enjoying what we were doing and just trying to do something different, and there was no big master plan. I think it was a slow process, and then suddenly, probably in our mid-20s or whatever, and realised this is how we make a living now, you know? Yeah. Not that we made a living before that, we just stayed at our parents'. But it's just been a gradual thing, and there's never been any careerism towards it or anything. It's just what we've enjoyed doing, and we've been lucky enough that enough people have enjoyed what we make to let us continue doing it.
The last album you brought out, the 10th album, went to #1 in the album charts. How did that feel? That
was pretty great, yeah. Again, it wasn't something that we were expecting, and because you get the charts every day when you've got a record label, and at the start of the week when we found out it was #1, we just presumed it would kind of inevitably drop to number 18 or whatever, but yeah, it stayed there all week, and yeah, it was pretty special. We've
got the gig at the festival, but there's also a documentary.
It's made by a guy, Anthony Crook. He was originally going to film us when we were recording the last album, which was originally meant to happen in upstate New York, not far from where he lives. Because of the pandemic, obviously we never got to go to America, but he knew that the story of the album was now a lot more interesting, and it's turned it into a really lovely film.
How's it been to watch that back?
Really weird. It's actually quite... I've only watched it in the cinema once in Austin, and I said to Kenny, who does our sound, I was like, oh, it's really intense. I'd never really thought about like how noisy it is, because I've never seen our own band, obviously, and he was laughing at me like, yeah, of course it is. But obviously you don't think about it when you're just there battering your guitar.
What a nice, special thing to have.
It's really nice, and it's a really emotional film. It's like I said, it goes over the last album, which was a really difficult record to make, but then was received really well, so it kind of has this kind of nice kind of arc to it. So yeah, it's really nice.
After the summer's out the way, what's next?
Well, the record's getting mixed just now, so we'll probably put some music out this year, record come out next year, and then just start it all over again, go on tour, keep it all going.